Welcome to Spiritual Seeds, daily planning for fruitful living, bringing the hope of Jesus to the world around us, one fruit at a time. Hi, I'm Leann. The other day I met up with a friend and she was telling me about online dating. She was saying and explaining about how many different people she had met and describing the experiences. And I started wondering, how well can you get to know someone online, virtually? I mean, I get it. You can read about them, you can look at pictures, you can do a little background check, and you can even talk to them. You can do it on camera so you can see them. But how can you really get to know them in that length of time and without actually being in their presence? I mean, you can't really see the little quirks and nuances. I've been married to my husband for 43 years, and let me tell you, I've spent a lot of time with him, and I'm still getting to know him. I can't even imagine trying to get to know him without ever being with him. But it's kind of the same with the Holy Spirit. We meet him virtually through the Bible. He's introduced as the part of the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Spirit. He is the last, but not the least. He is the full living presence and power of God. That is his introduction, and we meet him virtually through the Bible. Through the Bible, we can learn a lot more about him. We learn that he is our helper, counselor, and guide. He is the very breath of God. He is the great revealer. He moves like the wind and brings power and strength. He is our advocate and champion. He works in us and through us. Wow, the Bible can tell us a lot about the Holy Spirit. There are endless stories and information about the Holy Spirit in the Bible, and I encourage you to read it, all of them. Read it over and over. Learn as much as possible about him. But there is only one way to get to know the Holy Spirit, and that is through his presence, the same way we get to know one another. It is absolutely impossible to get to know someone from a distance. Jesus knew this. He knew it very well. He knew that we needed to experience the presence of God, not just read about it or hear about it, but to experience it, to really know him and to be in relationship with him. This is why in John 16, he tells us, I'm going to leave. I'm going away. It will be good for you. And when I go, I'm going to send my spirit, and he will come and take up residence in you. He will live in you. And so Jesus sent his spirit to live in us, that we could experience his presence and get to know him. Paul tells us multiple times in Galatians chapter 5 that we are to walk in the Spirit. Like Adam and Eve, I picture them walking with God in the Garden of Eden. How close they must have been, always together. We talk about being in his presence, but we forget his presence is in us, the Holy Spirit living in us today. Next week, as you go about your day, start in the morning by thanking God for sending his Spirit to live in you. Invite the Holy Spirit to walk with you all day, wherever you go, to work, to the market, to the gas station, wherever you find yourself, the gym. Bring the Spirit with you. Walk with him. Get to know him. Become best friends. Know him inside and out, intimately. This is God's desire for us. The Holy Spirit is your constant companion. Don't leave home without him.